Hey, what's up, guys? This is Fula with another video. Shout out to the whole LDBC. I just want to do a real quick video because there seems to be like a rift between the Terrance Crawford fans and the Errol Spence fans. And, you know, as an Errol Spence fan, I try not to be biased, but I also try to consider all the particulars that come into the matter in these two making a fight happen. Now, Errol Spence already said, and I've said it in other videos, he's on the other side of the fence, okay? That's what he said, basically. And that, you know, if the fight were to happen between the two, then it can be fought on Showtime, it can be fought on Fox, or whatever the case may be. So Errol Spence took it a step further and said he's not fighting on he's not fighting on ESPN. That's what he said, you know. He said these things basically. Now, on the opposite side of things, allegedly Bob Arum said he would be interested in making a fight with Errol Spence, but like a lot of these promoters, like Oscar De La Hoya, like Eddie Hearn, and these guys, the actions actually speak louder than the words, and the actions are usually the complete opposite of the words. So I'm reading here on Boxing News 24 that Terrance Crawford, you know, although he said he wants all of them after the fight with Benavidez, it looks like, you know, and he would know, this guy would definitely know, being that he's working for ESPN and whatnot. He said, and this is the words of Dan Rafael, or at least the report is from Dan Rafael. He basically said that it looks like the next opponent will be between a guy named Kavaliauskas and Besputin, because of the simple fact those two are fighting a WBO welterweight title eliminator on November 16th. And the winner of that fight looks to be Terrance Crawford's next opponent. Kavaliauskas is signed to Top Rank, and therefore let's connect the dots. We know that Bob Arum likes making in-house fights. We know that Bob Arum likes holding the belts at Top Ranks, the belts that he has, you know. So basically this fight will be a third fight against a Top Rank opponent in a row. And it will be his 5th of his last 11 fights. You know, again, it goes to show what the underlying agenda is of Top Rank. Most importantly, the underlying agenda of Bob Arum, okay? The public, however, we want to see Terrance Crawford go against Spence. We want to see Thurman go against Terrance Crawford. We want to see Danny Garcia go against Terrance Crawford. We want to see, hell, as much as the shenanigans he pulls, we even want to see Sean Porter go against Terrance Crawford. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna be the case, you know. No matter what Terrance Crawford says, he says, I want all the fights. I've been saying it. I said what I said. I'm willing to fight anybody. I'm not ducking no one. I don't make the fights. I fight them. So this is the issue again. He said the words already. He doesn't make the fights. In essence, he doesn't really have control of his own career, you know, because he signed that off when he re-signed with Top Rank, you know. And again, it goes to show what the overall agenda is. Crawford does not appear to mind, you know, getting $3 million a fight, fighting these guys, you know. But I'm sorry to say it though, man, it's looking kind of familiar. The situation is kind of looking familiar, because, you know, Tim Bradley, you know, he went to fight Manny Pacquiao 3 times, Brandon Rios, Jesse Vargas, and Manuel Marquez. Those were all signed Top Rank fighters, you know. And you know, let's just say it, Timothy Bradley did not get a shot at guys who were outside of the Top Rank stable. Floyd Mayweather, Keith Thurman, Spence, Danny Garcia, and you know, he ended up retiring basically. Hell, they were talking about making a 4th Pacquiao fight with him, you know. And so again, it goes to show the overall objective. Crawford is making good money against guys like Benavidez, and I mean, with that money factor, it really doesn't take it really is not befitting for Bob Arum to have him fight against real dogs. Let's just be honest, you know. Bob Arum is happy keeping those belts hostage. Crawford is happy making his $3 million off of a fight, you know. So let's just keep it real. I mean, there's guys who can potentially beat Crawford, like Spence, Thurman, Showtime Porter. But I mean, if you're getting guys like, I mean, let's say Postal, Beltran, Horn, and this new guy he's supposedly getting, Kavaliauskas, I mean, why would you want to mess that thing up unless you're a true competitor? You know, unless you really want to go at it. If you really have that dog inside of you, you know. I'm just calling it how I see it, you know, because with Errol Spence, I'm going to do a video about this next, about him. Don't think that I'm just like riding for Spence, although I am a Spence fan. I have to go out on him too. But again, it seems like Top Rank is just interested in matching guys within their promotional company. I don't think they even want they even are interested in unifying all these belts, because there's a chance that they will lose those belts, you know. Now I hope to God that a Spence versus Porter fight will be made. But as I said, you're dealing with Bob Arum, okay? Bob Arum said that this is what Bob Arum said out of his own mouth. he said he does not see Spence Porter, excuse me. He said he does not see Garcia or Showtime Sean Porter as legitimate elite welterweights. But at the end of the day, what that is telling me is he does not want to make the fights with these guys because those guys will bring trouble. And I think the reason why he's saying that, oh, I would be interested in making a fight with Spence and Crawford, the reason why he's saying that is because of the simple fact that Spence is the name that you mention for clout. Let's be honest. Mikey Garcia did it. I mean, the Cuban guy, Yordenis Ugas, did it. A lot of people do it, you know. It's just name dropping for relevancy, you know. And then the president of Top Rank went on to say that Todd DeBuff, he went on to say he wants to take on the biggest, we want to provide the biggest. We will take all comers, that's it. We don't care where you are, what you do. We will go and take all comers. Terrance is an elite fighter. He is at that class. We've done the biggest fights. Well, why are your actions speaking different though? You're saying this, but you're not doing it. You know, there's only so long that you can pretend. I think there's a Jay-Z song where he said it's only so long fake thugs can pretend. You know, so if you're really serious about that, make the fights then, man. Don't like beat around the bush and say, well, I've tried to contact Al Heyman on the phone, but there's never no answers. And then like these Terrance Crawford fanatics go like believe the okie doke of this guy. And you know, as I said before, Terrance Crawford is a hell of a fighter. He's an elite fighter. He's a class act. However, I don't think that he's what the fans make him out to be. Just like I don't think Anthony Joshua is what the fans make him out to be. Just like I don't think Vasily Lomachenko is what some of his fanatical fans make him out to be. That's it. It's not. It has nothing to do with me hating. It just has something to do with from what I see. You know, and I'm thinking this is just my opinion. It could be wrong, but I think that if Terrance Crawford really wanted the real guys, the top dogs, he would have not re-signed with Top Rank. That's it. You know, that's how I feel. You know, because if this report is true, it looks like he's fighting a guy we've never heard of. You know, and probably his first time fighting in the United States. Leave your thoughts, your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that I'm in the wrong. Let me know if you think that Top Rank really wants to match him against the best guys. Or let me know if you think it's a smokescreen. Leave your comments below. I'm off until the next one. Njara.